5 talking points from Man United's FA Cup victory against Reading with 10 men and 2 goals from Casemiro.
3-1 Manchester United. Reading was eliminated as Man United advanced to the FA Cup 5th round thanks to a breakthrough from Casemiro in the second half. In order to go to the FA Cup 5th round, Manchester United overcame the opposition of Championship team Reading. Casemiro gave them the lead while their opponents were reduced to 10 men. In 2017 and 2019, United eliminated Reading from the tournament, and they were strong pre-match favourites to do the same in 2019. That was especially true after manager Erik ten Hag selected a potent starting lineup for their match against inferior competition. Pressing the subscribe, like, and/or comment buttons and sharing with your closest friends will help support this channel. Many thanks. The first goal was scored by Casemiro as he hoisted the ball over Joe Lumley with over 55 minutes remaining in the game. The Brazilian's deflected shot made it 2 moments later, and Fred scored a third when Andy Carroll of the visitors was sent off for 2 bookable offences. As United rang the changes, Paul Ince's team pulled 1 goal back. Early on, Christian Eriksen made a threat for the home team by whistling a shot past Joe Lumley's far post. The Dane also observed Reading players obstructing his path as he attempted to react to a Marcus Rashford free kick. Just before the hour mark, Bruno Fernandes came near as United continued to produce without posing a significant threat. The visitors nearly scored when Junior Hoilett forced a save from David De Gea on the verge of half-time after Marcus Rashford turned a Wout Weghorst header over the goal line, but the goal was disallowed for offside against the Dutch striker. However, United didn't have to wait long for a breakthrough in the second half as Casemiro's quick-fire double put the game beyond the grasp of the visitors. By the time Fred's flick made it 3, the visitors were down a man, and Amadou Mbengu's consolation was too little, too late. Casemiro, the improbable goal hero. Will Manchester United triumph in the Championship? Post your comments in the section below. The last time Casemiro scored twice in a single game was in January of 2020. He was playing for Real Madrid at the time against Sevilla, and his brace either side of an equalizing Luc de Jong goal-handed Los Blancos the victory. Even though these were only his 3rd and 4th goals in England, the midfielder isn't in the team because of his goals. This was merely an added benefit for him. His function is clear. The first of the 2, however, made it seem like United could want to get him on the ball in the area more frequently. It eventually came down to who would score the first goal against this United squad, who has goals coursing through its veins. 2. Maguire makes a rare debut. It raised questions about Harry Maguire's future when he was not included in the starting lineup for the 3rd round triumph over Everton. Rafael Varane and Lisandro Martinez were both rested for the Royals' visit, so the England centre-back was back. The thought of going up against Andy Carroll might have been terrifying. However, the former England striker wasn't the same player against Maguire. Ten Hag stated before the game that he is training very well, training very dominant. He is training very well, training very dominant. A free header from Mbengu that went past De Gea in the closing 20 minutes was the one blemish on Maguire's otherwise perfect record. However, it was another first-team outing, and the former Leicester player will hope that his overall performance served as a reminder of Ten Hag's worth. 3. Antony directing Sancho. Erik ten Hag stated that Jadon Sancho's comeback is getting closer in the days leading up to the game. The boss has insisted he won't rush the England international back after he has been out of the lineup since before the World Cup. If and when Sancho does rejoin the team, Antony is one player whose minutes might be in jeopardy. The summer acquisition sought for the ball at every opportunity and performed like a man who knew he had to step up after a turbulent few weeks. The Brazilian cut in from the right and fed Bruno Fernandes just after the half-hour mark, but the midfielder dragged his shot wide. But after the half, things got even better when Casemiro was set loose by another superbly weighted ball to break the tie. 4. Quick-thinking Eriksen. Before he arrived at Old Trafford, Christian Eriksen's talent was obvious, but it wasn't immediately clear what kind of important position the Dane would be given. In actuality, he has contributed about as much to United as he did during his 5 months at former club Brentford. Eriksen unfortunately had to leave the game early. Fred came off the bench to take his place and eventually scored United's third goal. Ten Hag may attempt to control the former Spurs player's playing time, but he once again demonstrated his unique ability to provide what others cannot. 5. Lumley can't go back in time. Before this match, Joe Lumley had pleasant recollections of playing against Manchester United because he had been in goal for Middlesbrough when they eliminated the Premier League team from the competition the year before. The former QPR goalkeeper had to be alert right away to parry Rashford's free kick, but he also made quick decisions when he needed to leave his line. But because he was sluggish to react to Rashford's header and VAR was able to save him, the goal was disallowed. However, history would not repeat itself this time, and the goalkeeper may be upset with himself for missing Casemiro's second goal. Late in the game, Lumley gave way to Dean Bouzanis, confident that he wouldn't be involved in another giant killing.